How did composer Deva make goosebump-inducing theme music for this cult classic scene from the super hit Tamil film Baasha? Put on your headphones because in this episode we'll do a full breakdown of this music. Welcome to the Suvai Sons channel. I'm Sukrish. Composer Deva has spoken about how he initially wanted to go with only the shoe sound effects for the footsteps in that scene and have no background score at all. And it seems he suggested this to the director because he was so sure that the audience would go crazy at the sight of the feet of superstar Rajinikanth. Now I'm glad that this team changed their mind and actually went for the full background score. But the point is that the footsteps are a very important part of this reveal scene, and to truly appreciate the sound effects that they've given for this scene, we have to listen to a few clips of normal people walking. I'm going to play 4 clips for you and you'll be amazed to see how much you're able to assess their mental state just from the footstep sounds. So, number 1, person walking on concrete. This person's footsteps seemed unevenly timed. There was a little bit of a tap, 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 and then tap, tap, tap. And it sounded like they were confused and changed direction midway. This was not a person with a clear goal. Now, superstar Rajinikanth in this scene is somebody with a laser focus and he knows where he's going. His footsteps should not sound confused in any way. Now let me play clip number 2, person walking on a wooden floor. This person's footsteps were a little bit more evenly paced, but it still sounded clumsy because there was some squeaking noise from the shoe and creaking noise from the wood. So from this, we know that to create a mood of charisma and style, we just need impact sounds from the shoe and no extra squeaky sounds from the environment. Let me play clip number 3. Felt like they were rushed, as if they were late for something. Superstar Rajinikanth may walk fast, but it must not sound as if he's feeling pressured, because he's the one who should make other people feel pressured. And let me play the last clip. This was a person walking in a hallway with a clear goal. Their footsteps were evenly paced, but it still didn't sound fit for a superstar. It sounded only like a normal human walk. Why? Because there were 2 impact sounds, the heel and the front of the foot. Tup, 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 tup. In fact, all 4 clips that we heard had that clumsy double impact sound. We want something extra smart and crisp for a superstar. So they've gone for a single impact sound. His heel touching the floor. And of course, you can't have him walking only on his heels, that would be weird. And to normalize it a little bit, they've gone for the sound of dust particles getting crushed between his foot and the floor. Like, so you have goosebumps, right? So that's how you make extra special sound effects for a superstar. And then the Baasha chanting starts. Baasha, Baasha. Composer Deva is a genius at using male chorus to create a feeling of this man is a big guy with many men as followers who are singing his praise. And then the drum beat starts. Baasha, Baasha. And this drum beat has a kind of a doubled feeling. It's not tup tup, it is tudup tudup, tudup, tudup. I don't know whether it was intentionally done, but for me, it felt like a symbolism for the double life that this character leads. And then the brass section starts. So the brass section refers to all the metallic blown instruments of an orchestra. And typically we associate these sounds with some kind of announcement that the king is coming or the president is coming, you know. So here the brass creates the feeling, here comes Baasha. And then this dizzyingly fast violins come in. And the shot itself has us down below looking up at Baasha. It's kind of like standing near a tall skyscraper, looking up and feeling that awe and dizziness. And these really fast violins, they give you that dizzy feeling so effectively. And then we have the negative reveal scene. Earlier in the film, they used a negative to hint that this auto rickshaw driver leading a peaceful life has had a past which is the exact opposite. And so now during the reveal, you can make the connection. Oh, so now you're seeing that Mr. Negative guy who we saw earlier in the film. The use of the negative is not just to indicate traumatic flashbacks like most 80s Tamil films. It also represents how his two identities are negatives or opposites of each other. And then we have the shot of them descending down the stairs. And we hear this interesting drumming which goes like duk, 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 duk. Usually drums are used to indicate only timing. That is the information that we take away from drums. So something like tuk 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 tuk. Here it also conveys melodic information. Tuk 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 tuk. You see the pitch goes from high to low. Tuk 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 tuk. So these are tom-tom kind of drums. I think they're tom-tom drums. So these drums, you can adjust the pitch of them and you can go striking them one at a time and it would come out sounding like tuk, 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 tuk. And that suits the descending down the stairs very well. Scene by scene, step by step, everything is such a goosebump inducing perfect match. And then the main tune starts. The vocals arrangement is like this. The lead voice and then you have a male chorus in the backing. It is a perfect parallel to what we see. Baasha in the lead and his men backing him. And then these chorus men say something like, oh, oh. So you can hear it on the right side, left side, right side, left side. So it creates this nice feeling of man with many followers. And as you listen to the tune, you begin to realize that it's the same tune that you heard before for the auto rickshaw driver. And you're like, this guy has had quite a past. Using the same tune and changing the lyric captures the concept of one man living two lives very well. And the whole sequence comes to an end with really fast violins again. And the visuals also match. And the men very quickly get into the cars. All the cars speed off like a motorcade. Composer Deva initially wanted to do a Western style song for the auto rickshaw guy. It's actually Rajnikant himself who requested a very folksy and local Tamil style song. Since this theme music is based on Autokaran, that makes me wonder if they went for the Western kind of autocurrent song, what would have happened to this theme? You know, it's interesting when we go back to the blank slate and think about all the steps and decision points that they took. And now you have this legendary piece. See you on another episode. Check out other videos on this channel and don't forget to subscribe.